The denomination of origin for Peruvian Pisco doesn't regulate what types of yeast can be used in fermentation, leaving it up to each master distiller to decide. While PiscoLogia's master distiller Nati has the choice between commercial yeast and native yeast, she prefers that the native yeast from her vineyards and her bodega carry out fermentation. In this lesson, you will learn about the benefits of commercial and native yeast and walk away with an understanding of the science and magic behind fermentation.
Native yeasts or ambient yeasts are all around us and on us. By employing a traditional foot press, we are gently crushing the grapes and simultaneously facilitating the mixing of the pulp with the yeasts living on the skins of the fruit, as well as with the yeast coming off of our bodies. There are a number of yeast strains that have been identified, propagated, and cultivated for commercial use, but in the grand scheme of things, we know very little about the vast world of yeast, which is why I refer to fermentation as half magic and half science. In the game of yeast, it's survival of the fittest. 1,000 yeast strains and 1 tank of sweet grape juice. Who will take home the championship? Our bodega sits amongst our grapevines on the upper bowl of the Mala River Valley in Aspitia. Nati has entrusted the bodega's ambient yeast with her sweet fruit, and she loves what it delivers. A uniquely Aspitian flavor profile. She knows that these native strains help give PiscoLogia the caramel and nutty notes that backdrop the bright, creamy fruit flavors of the grapes. She feels lucky to have this yeast strain living on site naturally. But what happens if local yeasts don't provide you with the profiles you're looking for? Or what if a competing yeast beats out the one you prefer? One can consider using a commercial yeast, one that has been well studied and that has been proven to provide predictable and consistent results. Although the word commercial isn't typically used with artisanal products, sometimes a distiller can greatly benefit by using something that he or she knows will perform well. Having something that is predictable can facilitate the entire production process and save a producer from expensive losses. We feel very fortunate to have the combination of science and magic working in our favor. The tremendous native yeast strains in Aspitia have provided us with consistent results since we started distilling PiscoLogia. Now you understand the role and benefits of native and commercial yeast. You learned why Nati prefers native yeast and how they help her make a superior Peruvian Pisco. Now you will practice this information in the Lesson 16 activity. Thanks!